You can find this course on schooldesign.net. Join on Facebook website and group. So in this class we are gonna to start to draw the walls, but before that I will go to the tags bookmark and I will add the new tags. Right now the section is under section tags, so if you will turn it off, you will also see that the view from the main view will also disappear. Unfortunately, I would like to have it for all the time, so I can very fast to go back and see on it. So I will just copy it and I will paste it into the 0 point of axis, and then I will move it to the right side. So now I can start to draw the walls on the right side, but before that we need to add the tags wall, and we also need to change the tags for our section also to the wall. The main issue that you will probably find out is that if you will still disappear the section view, you will notice that most of the drone also will disappear even if it was moved to the wall tags. This is very common problem, mostly because the section is in a group, and in a group some of the components are still in a section edges tags. So the best solution for that is to use the extension that I already showed you in another class, to select one element and convert everything to the new tags, or you can also do it manually by selecting all edges in the open group and then choose the new tags as a wall. Thanks to that you will have separated elements, and right now it will be fully moved to the wall tags. So the next thing that we can do is to hide the original view, and after that our section where I will draw the wall, I will put it on the left side. So thanks to that I will use this section to build and extrude the walls, but every time I can go back to view our section by turn on and turn off the visibility of the tags layers. Okay, so now if we are in the wall tags, I will start to draw all the lines to get the plane, and this is quite time consumption, especially if we have a lot of section just to fill. So the way is very simple. We need to draw in each close contour so additional line to get the surface inside, and these steps I need to repeat for all the contour to finally get all the necessary surface. So this is something that you will probably need to repeat every time you start your work in SketchUp. So the more contour you have, of course the more time you will need to spend to close all of them to get the surface. Of course, finally I have all the surface with the reversed side, so right now I need to manually change each of them. Of course there is also the plugin that I showed you in the other classes that you can use to reverse automatically by SketchUp all the wrong way planes. If we finally finished with all the surfaces, now we can use the extrude tool to extrude the walls for the for some distance. Right now it will be 3 meters, so it means that 3000 millimeters. Of course, by double click you will notice that some of the surface will be extruded in the opposite direction. This is also a very common problem. So in this situation the best solution will be to use manually extrude and or set the distance with the keyboard, or you can use the mouse and try to put them in the same height for each side. Okay, so we have walls, and right now we need to also finish the area where we have the windows. Okay, and now we need to add the distance for the window, so 2600 millimeters. Then we need to put the lines, and with these lines we can just add push-pull for creating the top wall, and the same on the opposite direction. So we go back to the pencil, then we need to set 2600 again. Now we need to put the line horizontal and make just push-pull. The same in the last area, so we can extend the existing line and use it as a reference to add push-pull for the top. Okay, and this is how fast we can add the top wall, and always remember to use rubber to delete unused line. We can use it with some plugins, or for example manually with erase tool. The same process we will repeat for the doors. So we have two doors, the one inside and the second one is entrance door. So we will start with drawing the reference line at the 2000 millimeters. Let's repeat again, but from the middle 2000 millimeters, and now we can use it to draw the line, and we have finally the possibility to add push-pull to create top wall over the door. Then we'll use the erase tool to remove unused lines, and sometimes this could be annoying because it will generate more gaps. So for example, in this situation we can use simple surface, then we need to remove both additional surface, and we need to also reverse side for those inside. Okay, and we have the place to add the doors, and the same we will add for the entrance. So we will start with drawing the reference line, but this time we will add 1965. Then we will start to draw a line, and we can use it to add the push-pull. And we finished. Now we will focus on the window in the toilet. So we will start from the reference line with 200 millimeters from the floor, and also the second reference line with 1200, and then we can start to draw the rectangle, and this will be used as our wall, so we can then extrude it to the next surface, and also upper one in the same way with the push-pull. Okay, and we have the small window in the toilet. And then we have two huge windows in the living room. So we need to also create with the reference line the upper wall. So we'll start from the middle one, but maybe this time also with the reference line. And I guess that it will be probably easier to put it here on those walls. So we put 100 millimeters from the up. Then we need to draw the rectangle, and with the push-pull we can extrude the contour. And the same we will create in the opposite side, also with the push-pull, and we have the area for the window. Before we end this lesson, always remember to remove all the unused lines or edges. This can be done manually, like you see on the screen right now, or you can use the plugins. This is the very useful process because it will remove all necessary surface. For example, in some software, for example like 3D Studio Max, if you will add the model with a lot of edges, or for example in some kind of render engines, this could be quite problematic. Also remember to check if after this process you will not remove any surface and you will leave a gap. For example, as you can see right now, I have some issue with the surface. Probably there is some mistake in the geometry. Some edges is probably with some angles, so you also need to fix it. Also try to remove all surface that appear after cleaning, because we don't need anything like this in our final walls group. So in this lesson, this was everything. In the next we will continue working with the model.